A report out this week from the Army shows morale is up among U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan. Troop numbers are getting smaller, and the Afghan Army is taking on more tasks.
20% of soldiers surveyed said they had high or very high morale. That's up 5% from 2 years ago. News 3's Steve Fullhart is on assignment in Afghanistan covering Texas soldiers.
And he joins us live from Bagram Airfield. And Steve, what have you seen when it comes to morale?
Well, John and Meredith, we've spent most of our time with Fort Hood troops who are soon to come home. So as you might expect, with a large group of soldiers who have been in a war zone for months that are on their way back to America, their morale is actually extremely high. Shocking, right? One thing, though, that struck me when we got over here, even though we are far from home and in a fairly rough environment, there are lots of comforts of home.
The Super Bowl meant a super cake for soldiers at the Grady Dining Facility. When you think of a war zone, this probably isn't what you'd imagine the food would be.
Barbecue ribs, please.
Variety is the spice of life in this cafeteria. Locals serve the food and serve it big. The price tag is small. In fact, it's non-existent. When you're done, your appetite doesn't exist either.
But today we have some barbecue ribs, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and then a mango salad. So I gotta make sure to get my veggies in. This isn't what I was expecting at all. It's a lot better than the MREs that we have to eat. So just having a hot meal is awesome.
And if the cafeteria doesn't cut it one day, you've got fast food far from home.
Your parents give this to you when you were allowance.
Needing more than food for comfort, the USO has been doing its part for decades. And at Bagram, you'll find cushy chairs, movie monitors, and vivid video games.
It lets us escape from reality, right? Reminds of us back home.
Just being able to have them play on the PlayStation games, just make anything feel comfortable, make feel like home, that's the easiest thing to do ever.
But sometimes it's something simple that brings folks together and takes a soldier away from the war front.
All the guys get a chance to get together, tell stories, talk about what we're doing at home, stuff like that. Simple things.
And of course, that's here at Bagram. If you go to a forward operating base out in the field, you're going to have fewer options. And a lot of folks are eating those MREs, those meals ready to eat, the vacuum-packed meals. Briefly back, John and Meredith, to that morale report, 25% of soldiers surveyed, and it said that they didn't feel like they were getting enough sleep, that they had high concerns when it came to how much rest that they were getting. But Rachel Cox from KWTX News 10 is here with me. We've been talking to soldiers offhand. They're just saying, look, you get sleep when you can, you do your job as to the best of your ability, and you're going to get some shut-eye at some point eventually, and hopefully they'll get a lot when they get back to the United States. We're live from Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan, a snowy Bagram, in fact. I'm Steve Fullhart, News 3.
Thank you very much, Steve. Stay safe, stay warm. We'll check back with you later. You can keep up with Steve and Rachel Cox reporting in Afghanistan by visiting our web channel, kbtx.com.